Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I have a get ready with me. So I have a bunch of new makeup products here. Some of them I think I've talked about before. I might have even shown a couple of them in a couple of my other videos. I did purchase quite a few products in this Sephora sale. So I do have quite a bit of new makeup. And I pulled a couple things from my project pan to use. I just thought I would do a get ready with me and show you some of these products. I did also wanted to show this new Fenty foundation on camera because I purchased 3 new foundations recently. And the other 2 I've shown on camera, but I haven't this one yet. And you know what? This is my favorite of the 3. I've had this. This is the Eavesdrop. I have it in the shade number 3. I'm loving this. I'm using it all the time, almost every day. So I wanted to come on and show you guys how this performs on mature, dry skin, because I've seen a couple other ladies that I like to watch here on YouTube. Angie from Hot and Flashy actually tried this and she didn't like it at all, I don't think. So I really enjoy this foundation and I'm using it all the time. And then I did pick up a couple other things. So let's get ready together. I'm just gonna pin my hair back here. If you hear snarfling, I have the girls in here. Girls, you're noisy. So I have the dogs right here. You can't see them, but they are. I can't get the camera low enough to show you, but they're fighting, of course. Because I'm filming, so they're in here wrestling. Okay, so during the VIB sale, Tatcha came out with a box set of minis. They do this all the time. Actually, I think they call them bento boxes, and you get mini size of some of their products. Now, they are still expensive. So I bought this set. It was new. It was 4 products, but I think it was still $84 regular price, but they were 4 products that I wanted, and 3 of them I had never tried before. So it came with the liquid silk canvas. I've had the regular silk canvas, not the liquid version, and I love that product. So I wanted to try the liquid version of it. And then it also came with the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. It came with the silk powder, which is a new product for them, and I did want to try it. So I was really excited that it came with that. And then it came with the Sooo lip mask. And this has been in my Sephora loves list for a long time to get. So it was $84, but I did get 20% off of that. So that's how I justified it to myself. I'm gonna go in with the liquid silk canvas. I have used this a couple of times. It's very liquidy. And you know what? I'm not sure I like it. I think the first time my makeup looked really heavy. So we'll see today. It has that Tatcha smell, which I love. It's like this, it's very spa-like to me. It feels really nice on my skin. It feels hydrating. It reminds me of the silk canvas, only of course this is liquid and that one is more like a putty texture. But I do really like how it feels going on. It feels hydrating. I have very dry skin, so for me, you know, anything hydrating, I'm happy to try. I feel like I'm not sure it does anything to minimize any of my pores, which is interesting because the putty version of that, it does. Like I definitely notice when I use it in through here that it kind of blurs my pores. Whereas with this, I don't feel like it is at all. So although it is hydrating, I'm just not sure that I love that product. Okay, let's go in with the Eavesdrop by Fenty Beauty. Blurring skin tint, and again I have it in number 3, and typically the amount I'm taking is about that much. That's what I have found that I'm using for my face, and then I just kind of dot it all over and blend it out with a sponge. And again, I have used this probably at this point like for sure a handful of times, and I'm really enjoying it. I feel like it's easy to blend it. I feel like it blends out really easy. I feel like it gives me a nice light coverage, but I do feel like you could build this up a little bit. So I prefer a pretty light coverage, but you could certainly build this up, I think, and get medium. I don't know if you could get much more than medium, but you could definitely get medium. I feel like it is blurring. It's hydrating to my skin. I feel like it adds some moisture, and I don't feel like it settles for me. You know, I definitely have some troubled areas in through here that I can get foundation settling, and I feel like this doesn't do that for me. But you can see, I have this pimple here and I have another one on my nose. That one on my nose, it covered okay. This one up here, that's a little bit of a deeper coloring, it doesn't. That's the only thing. You know, it's not gonna give you, if you have a lot of things that you want covered up, I don't think this is the product for that. So for me, I like a pretty light coverage, and I feel like with a sponge going in how I do, I feel like that's what I get. I get a pretty nice light coverage. And again, I think it looks really pretty. I think it wears really well for me. I don't feel like my face is overly dry by the end of the day, which for me is usually the issue, is that, you know, eventually my skin just sucks all the moisture out of my products, and by the end of the day I can look like flaky and crusty. Yeah, I feel like that looks really pretty. Let's see if we build it up a little bit where I've got some discoloration on my forehead. Let's see what kind of coverage we get, especially over that pimple, and maybe just a little bit in through here. I find in the summertime, even though I'm wearing sunscreen, you know, even if I go outside, I put a hat on, still I can get a little bit of pigmentation showing through here. So let's see if we put a little bit there and a little bit more on my forehead. Yeah, actually, you know what? I feel like that really did build up there for me. I think that looks really good. Let's go in with some concealer. I want to go in first with this color corrector. This is from Dragun Beauty, and this is the lilac shade. Now, I got this in a boxy charm, and I haven't used it. So I wanted to try it more for just to help with some discoloration. Now, the eczema around my eyes is pretty bad today. It has a beautiful creamy texture, so I feel like even if I don't really need that color correcting, maybe it will just help with some hydration around my eyes. I don't know that I really see a difference with anything. Maybe it did mute out some of the discoloration I have, but it does feel very, very nice and hydrating. It's a very nice creamy formula. I feel like it's not something I necessarily would have ever purchased for myself, but I'll keep using it. I put it in my project pan, not because it's old and I need to use it up, just because I hadn't really given it a fair shot, and I kind of wanted to see, you know, how it went. So that's my first time using it. It is settling into this creepy, creasy bit of eczema that I have here, but honestly, everything does. It's just so puckered from the eczema that I have right there. It does feel very hydrated under my eyes. So yeah, you know, if nothing else, if it can be used to help hydrate, that's perfect. Okay, and then for concealer, this one's fairly new to me. It is the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. I have it in Fair 15W. I've only used this a couple of times. It comes with a clicker on the bottom and then a little brush tip applicator. Brush some on here. Now, I have, like I said, used this just a couple of times. It is incredibly light coverage, which is okay. Like, I don't mind that, but I'm just gonna brighten a little bit down the center of my face. I don't mind a light coverage, but for me, this is even maybe a little bit too light. And again, I don't have a ton of things to cover under my eyes. Like, I don't feel like I have discoloration, but it's not anything that really bothers me. Like, I feel like it's just sort of a normal, manageable amount. Got my COVID vaccine yesterday. And yeah, my arm is quite sore. You know, it's funny, I was nervous. Like, I'm just gonna say it, I was nervous. I know it's a hot topic for a lot of people. I don't wanna, you know, I'm not gonna get into it, but I did get the vaccine. I'm feeling good about the decision to get the vaccine, but I was nervous. You know, I tend to, you know, everything sort of hits me a little bit harder. I know I've mentioned in other videos that I have an autoimmune disease, and so because of that, my body just reacts a little bit more than other people when I get sick with things. And so I was a little bit nervous about the vaccine just because I was nervous to how I was gonna feel after more than anything else. But honestly, like, as I sit here right now, I am almost 24 hours in and my arm is incredibly sore, but not unbearable. You know, like, I feel it. I notice it. It actually woke me up this morning when I accidentally rolled on that side. But for the most part, that's been my only symptom, knock on wood. So I'm very thankful for that. And then this might be TMI, but also I got my period yesterday, so I felt like, well, that's just too much. and 10 days late. It's like, oh, menopause, why? Stop it. It seemed unfair, is all I'm saying. Like, one of those things at a time. And so, yeah, as I'm sitting here, I just feel kind of gross and achy and, you know, just a little bit feeling sorry for myself, but all in all, my experience has been fine. So I thought I would share that. I know everyone's experience is their own, and you know, everybody's gonna do what they're gonna do, and it's not for everybody. And I think people, you know, I think it's a very individual decision, 100%. Okay, so for blush, I'm gonna go in with this one from Tower 28. I think I have used this on camera a couple of times. Right now, I have to say, I have a few new cream blushes. This one is my favorite. It's the only one I want to use, and it's in the shade Magic Hour. These are very, very balmy, but I just am loving it. I feel like it gives me this beautiful flush. I don't get a full like work day out of them. I feel like it does fade a little bit, but like everything does, right? You know, like I work a 9-hour, you know, 8-9 hour day in a mask. So yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's anything that's gonna withstand that. I'm absolutely loving this. And I just have been taking it, you know, whatever's left kind of over the bridge of my nose. And I love that look. I feel like it really makes me look, you know, a little bit flushed and a little bit more youthful. I love it. I went for quite a long walk yesterday with some girlfriends, and I wore sunglasses, and I definitely got a little bit of irritation, I think, just with sweating and glasses, and so I do have a little bit of irritation on my nose on the bridge right now, so maybe a little bit of blush will just help cover that. But how pretty is that? Just easy and pretty, and I'm loving it. And then for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with one that I had put in my project pan, and it's this one by Hourglass. It's just one of their highlighter sticks. I'll link all the products below because, you know, I can't read without putting on reading glasses what that says. So, but I'll link everything below in case you're curious. And so how I've been using this is I just roll it up a little bit, and then I take it on my sponge to pick it up. These are really pretty, but they're pretty pricey. I want to say I got this in a BoxyCharm pop-up sale because I want to say it's like $55 or something, and I just can't see myself spending that on it. So I doubt I did. I think I probably picked it up in some kind of sale or something like that, but I mean, it's beautiful. It just gives a nice shimmer shift to the skin. Okay, my lips are feeling pretty dry, so I'm gonna go in with this Tatcha Kiss You lip mask. It's interesting, this product was on my loves list forever, for years. I don't know if you'll be able to see. It's like can you see that little ribbon of, it's gel. It's like a gel. I love this. It feels nice. It's like a lip gloss, but it's not sticky. It's just, when I think of a lip mask, I think of something a little bit more occlusive, I guess, and this is quite light. So I'm using this more in the day, and of course just at home, because when I'm out and about, I don't want to be dipping my finger into a little pot. Like, it feels very nice, and I feel like it's hydrating, and it's easy to wear. I just, in my head, I thought this was going to be different than it is. I like it. I'm happy to have it, but I wouldn't buy a full size of this when I'm done. It's just, for a lip mask, I want something a little more heavy to wear at nighttime, and I feel like this is quite light. So I'm using it in the day, and it's fine for that. But again, I won't repurchase the full size when I'm done. Of course, Tatcha products are expensive too, right? Okay, for a cream bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty one. This I have in Butta Biscuit 02. This is gorgeous. I'm absolutely loving it. I just pick it up on my sponge and tap it on. It is so easy. Blends beautifully. Just gonna do a little bit down here. Try to make that jawline pop a little. I'm feeling a little puffy today. Puffy and sore and crampy and bloated. You ladies know. You know. I love it. It's beautiful. Easy, easy, and beautiful. Okay, let's go in now. I just want to set a little bit. And so I'm gonna go in with the Silk powder from Tatcha. When this came out, I thought, oh, I'm gonna love that. Let me grab that right away. And I'm glad I didn't, because you know what? I feel like this looks a little heavy. Even the mini packaging is gorgeous. Like, it's just gorgeous. And it does feel very soft and silky, but when I used it, I felt like my makeup looked heavy. I'm just gonna go in and pat out where I know I have creases. This is where I tend to crease. And then I'm gonna take it on a fluffy, fluffy brush, and my brush is very dirty, so I apologize for that, but it's cleaning day today. And I'm just gonna very lightly So yeah, I'm just not sure about that powder. It looks better today than it did the first time I used it, and I have used it a couple times since. I feel like you need to go in very lightly. I can see the powder on my face when I get up close in my mirror, but from a distance, I feel like it looks okay, and it did set down my makeup. I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit. Okay, let's do our eyes. I'm gonna go in and just set a little bit first with this Wet n Wild single shadow in Brulee. I know I've talked about this a ton. This is what I use almost every day just to set down my concealer, whether I'm going in with a shadow or not, because I get a little bit of creasing, and I feel like especially with the eczema, that creasing is just exaggerated. Like I think you can see on that eye, which is where my eczema is the worst. Be great if I could get, you know, eczema on like my elbow or something not on my face would be awesome. But no, that's where it is. Okay, for eyes, I'm gonna go in with this. This is out of my project pan, and this is the Stila, what are these ones? This is the Glitter and Glow, and I have it in the shade Golden Eye. Now, I have had these for years. I have 3 of the little mini ones, and I popped them into my project pan because I wanted to get some use out of them before they dried out and I could no longer use them. And I feel like, unfortunately, when I first put these in there, I thought, oh no, they're still good. There's lots of moisture left in them, but as I've tried to use them, there's not. They're pretty much done. So I'm just gonna put it on. It does dry down pretty quick, so I'm gonna go in one eye at a time. I'm just gonna take a brush and try to diffuse that out a little bit. But it definitely adds like a pretty little glitter to the lid. But yeah, these are pretty much done. I'm not getting much out of them anymore, and they dry so incredibly quickly. Like there's no working time left in them, and I feel like they weren't like that when I first got them. One of the shades is done. Like I used it one time and it's already done, but that's fine. Well, I got a little carried away. I've got some glitter kind of way out. Way out, and that's fine. It'll be glittery today. Okay, for brows, I have this new product from Marc Jacobs. I picked this up in the sale. Brow Wow Duo is what it's called, and let's see, I have it in the shade dark brown. Now, these are regular, I think $51. They were on sale for $34, and then in the Sephora sale, I got 20% off, and still it's too expensive for what it is, honestly, but I am loving it, and I'm using it all the time. So on the one end, it has a brow pencil, which is really nice. And then on the other end, it has the gel. Now this is the combo that I like for my brows. I like to go in first with the pencil and then top it up with the gel. And so it works great, but it's just too expensive, you know, and not that it's not worth the money. I just think there's definitely other options that you could get that are way cheaper. If you want to spend the money, you know, that absolutely, this is a great product. Nothing wrong with it. So I'm just gonna go in and pencil in where I need a little bit added. Now I do, the lady that does my, look how cute my nails are. The lady who does my nails, she's an esthetician, and she does my brows as well. And so about 2 weeks ago, yeah, I think about 2 weeks ago, I had her, she shaped and dyed my brows. So when that's the case, I don't need to fill in as much, but mostly just at the tail and then a little bit here right at the front. And then as this kind of, the dyeing fades, then I have to go in more and more. And then I just take a spoolie and I run it through to even out that pencil. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the gel. I will say this, I do really like this gel, but it's very wet gel formula. I prefer the e.l.f. Brow Wow over this, actually. And also, I don't feel like this, like the Brow Wow, I think has fibers in it that help build it up. And I don't think this does. This is just a tinted brow gel. It definitely adds a nice color, but because the formula is a little wet, sometimes I do get some transfer onto my skin and I have to clean it up after. And that's not the case with the e.l.f. Brow Wow. It's more of a drier formula. So again, this is very nice. I love this. There's nothing wrong with this product, but for about $4 from e.l.f., you could get the exact, you know, not the exact same thing, but you could get a pencil. This is almost the same shape, size, consistency, all that, and then go in with the Brow Wow, which is actually a gel I like even more. So $4 or $51. Okay, I'm gonna go in and do my mascara. Nothing new here. I've got the Lash Paradise primer and then the mascara in Blackest Black. I did actually order a new mascara from Sephora even, which, you guys, I never do that. I never buy high-end mascaras, but I've been wanting to try a tubing mascara for a while, and they recently had, well, I think actually it's still going right now on Sephora. If you're a VIB or Rouge member, you get 20% off. And so I think it's called Velour Lashes, and it's a tubing mascara, and so I wanted to try it, so I grabbed it. It's not here yet, but I'll update you guys. So I'm just gonna quickly do my mascara, and then I'll come back and I will go in with the setting mist from Tatcha. Okay, that's my mascara done. So I am gonna go in, what I've been liking to do lately is taking this Lilah Be Sassy Lip and Cheek Divine Duo. Oh, Be Sassy, I think is the shade. These are crazy expensive. Again, I didn't buy this off of Sephora. I bought this in a boxy pop-up, and I want to say it was like $10. These are so heavy. If you've never seen this product before, it's so tiny. But I am loving this, not as an all-over blush, just as a little bit of a pop of color right here. And I have been doing that almost every day. I am loving it for this. Again, just kind of what I want is that little bit of a flushed look. I feel like that is so pretty. Again, not all over because it is hot pink. Look at that shade. It's bright. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the setting mist. Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I have used this before. I've had a full size over the years, and I've had minis as well. It's a beautiful fine mist. I do really like this. But again, the full size is expensive, right? It's Tatcha. Let's do a little bit down here. Give us a bit of dewiness. But I do feel like that adds a beautiful dewiness to the skin, as well as helps that makeup just kind of melt together. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of the lip mask, give my lips a little bit of a shine, and then I am good to go. I'm not gonna put on lipstick or lip liner or anything like that. We're heading out right now, and I'll just have a mask on. So just something hydrating for my lips. It does give a real pretty shine. So that's the finished makeup look. I am really, really enjoying the Eavesdrop by Fenty. I feel like it's a really nice, everyday, sort of light to maybe medium coverage foundation. I feel like it works really well for my dry skin, for my more mature skin. I'm really enjoying this product. I did, like I said, I bought 3 foundations recently. I bought the Good Apple by KVD, which is a pretty heavy foundation. I am able to sheer it out and wear it, but I like it more for days when I'm not wearing a mask. I feel like as soon as I put a mask on, it just picks it up and pulls it off. And then I also got a Balm Foundation from Stila, which same thing. That one is super light coverage. And again, I don't wear it when I'm gonna be wearing a mask, but this one I'm wearing almost every day. I really, really enjoy this foundation, and I think it works really well, like I said, for dry, older skin. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for getting ready with me. If you enjoyed the video, if you would please give it a thumbs up, and if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.